Everyone thinks they've already missed the AI wave, but they couldn't be more wrong. AI is still in its early stages, and some of the most powerful companies driving it forward are only just getting started. Here are the companies to keep an eye on. Leading the AI infrastructure boom. So, let's talk about the businesses that are building the core of AI. Nvidia has become almost legendary in this space. In its most recent quarter, Nvidia reported over $44 billion in revenue, up 69% from the same time last year. Nearly $40 billion of that came from data centers alone, which are the backbone of AI. Their H20 and Blackwell chips are in such high demand that they've become the crown jewels of computing. To put it simply, every major AI project, from training large language models to running data-heavy applications, needs Nvidia hardware. The company is so far ahead that competitors are almost forced to play catch-up. When you see growth like 73% in data center revenue, you know we're still very early in this race. Now, while Nvidia is the headline name, none of their chips could exist without Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. TSMC is the quiet giant of the industry. They produce chips not only for Nvidia, but also for companies like Broadcom and AMD. Think of them as the ultimate factory floor of the digital age. They control such an essential part of the supply chain that any disruption in Taiwan would send shockwaves through the global economy. For investors, that makes TSMC both powerful and exposed. They're necessary for AI progress, but also vulnerable to geopolitical risks, which adds another layer of complexity. Broadcom is another key player that doesn't get talked about as often in AI conversations. They provide the networking technology that helps massive data centers actually function. If Nvidia builds the brain, Broadcom builds the nerves that connect everything. Their hardware is designed to keep information moving quickly and reliably. Analysts have been upgrading Broadcom recently because, as AI workloads expand, the need for faster connections across servers grows with it. And if you've ever had slow internet, you know why speed matters. Now imagine slow internet for a billion-dollar AI system. Not good. AI software and analytics leaders. Let's move into software and analytics, where the growth is just as explosive. Palantir is one of the leaders here. They build AI-powered analytics platforms used by governments and big businesses. Their tools help organizations make sense of massive data sets. The stock has already jumped more than 110% this year alone, though investors do worry about its sky-high valuation since it trades at about 690 times earnings. That's nosebleed territory, but it shows how much belief there is in their future growth. SoundHound AI is another interesting name. They specialize in conversational AI, the kind of technology that powers voice assistants and in-car systems. Their revenue grew 150% year over year in the first quarter of this year. That kind of growth is rare, and it shows that voice is still a frontier in AI. You might not think much about talking to your phone or car, but companies see it as the next big interface. If you've ever yelled at your car navigation and wished it understood you better, SoundHound is working on that. On the hardware side of AI software support, Supermicro is building servers optimized for AI. Their stock has been on fire, up over 60% just this year and more than 1,100% over the past 3 years. They're riding the wave of data center expansion since someone has to build the racks that hold all those AI chips. This is a business that grows in tandem with Nvidia, TSMC, and Broadcom, making it an important name for anyone looking at the ecosystem as a whole. Big tech enablers and AI adapters. Next, let's talk about the tech giants who are enabling AI and adapting their businesses around it. Microsoft is front and center. In its most recent quarter, Azure cloud revenue grew 39% year over year. That's massive considering the size of the business. Microsoft has also committed over $120 billion to AI infrastructure between 2025 and 2026. That scale of investment means they're not just dipping their toes in, they're building the pool. Products like Copilot are already changing how people use Word, Excel, and Outlook, while their partnership with OpenAI makes them a leader in generative AI. Alphabet, the parent company of Google, is another heavyweight. Their Gemini language model powers much of their AI work, and they're weaving AI into search, advertising, and cloud services. Alphabet trades at more attractive valuations compared to some peers, which makes it interesting for investors who want exposure without paying the kind of premium you see with Palantir. For a company that basically runs the internet for billions of people, their potential to monetize AI is enormous. Meta Platforms is also leaning hard into AI, particularly in advertising. Their new AI tools help businesses target ads more effectively, which is the bread and butter of Meta's business. They've also been spending heavily on new data centers. Analysts expect Meta to surpass a $2 trillion market cap soon if trends continue. Amazon is in the mix through AWS, its cloud division. AWS generated 63% of Amazon's operating profit in the first quarter of this year. The company is using AI to improve cloud services and strengthen its position as the leader in hosting. Despite some softness in the stock recently, AWS remains a monster, and with AI workloads increasing, its long-term outlook looks strong. High-growth AI plays and emerging innovators. Here are some of the more speculative but exciting names in AI. Quantum Computing Inc. is working on quantum hardware and chips that could power the next generation of AI systems. Quantum computing is still early and risky, but if it delivers, it could make today's AI look like child's play. That's why the market gets excited about names like QUBT, though investors should understand it's not without major uncertainty. AppLovin is another rising star. Their AI-driven advertising platform, called Axon, helps app publishers maximize ad revenue. The company's stock has jumped more than 500% this year. As mobile apps continue to dominate our lives, tools that optimize ad placement and monetization become extremely valuable. AppLovin has built an engine that app developers rely on, and the market has rewarded them for it. Marvell Technology has also caught attention recently. Their stock jumped about 9% after analysts raised price targets. They make AI networking hardware, which puts them in the same conversation as Broadcom when it comes to enabling fast data transfer. As AI models get larger, they need more bandwidth, and Marvell is positioned to deliver that. So, where should you invest? Instead of chasing every flashy stock, understand how each company fits into the bigger picture. By knowing the role each one plays, you can make better decisions about which risks you're comfortable taking. And if you're ready to start your investing journey, you don't have to wait. There's a link in the description to sign up with Interactive Brokers. When you use my link, you can get up to $1,000 in free IBKR stock to get a head start. Are there any other AI stocks that you think are worth keeping an eye on? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there.